What's up, redheads? Yeah, what's up, redheads? You already know. Before we get started, what we got to do? We got to play the intro.
Don't give up, you gon' be on. Don't give up, don't give up, give up. Don't give up, you gon' be on. Don't give up, don't give up, give up. Don't give up, you gon' be on. Don't give up, don't give up, give up. Don't give up, you gon' be on. Don't give up, give up, give up, give up. I know you got doubts, but get to the bag. Just follow the dream and stick with the plan. I know you get worried.
Greetings, redheads. Thank you for joining me in another episode of your favorite show, which is the one, the only Reds View. Before I begin, make sure that you subscribe to youtube.com/RedsView if you're watching us on YouTube. Also, please make sure that you share this on your Facebook or your Twitter pages. And if you're on Instagram, make sure that you share it on that as well. It's a kind of rainy day here in Georgia right now. ATL to be exact, but we're going to push through it. Hopefully everybody has had a good week. Tomorrow is Friday. This week kind of went by fast. Sure did. It went by fast. A lot of stuff to cover today. And if you are currently watching, you see what the title says. So the first title, we're talking about fat shaming. That's right. We're going to officially talk about fat shaming today because we got to talk about these double standards. All right. But hopefully everybody has had a good week. I want to start off also by giving a shout out to True Heavy Duty Liquid Laundry Detergent. Now, this is a Black-owned company. All right. Black-owned laundry detergent, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm telling you, it smells good. It works good. I get mine here in Atlanta, in Mableton, actually, at the Zoet Beauty Supply Store. That's Black-owned as well. You can find this on WeBuyBlack.com, and I think that True.com has a website as well. But make sure that you support Black-owned businesses. This is Black-owned laundry detergent. You can see it right here, True laundry detergent, man. I think they got some like fabric softener and everything like that, but I use this all the time. Ever since I've used this, I have not went back to Gain, Tide, all that other stuff, man. Support Black-owned businesses. True laundry detergent. All right. So since I got that out the way, let's go ahead and dive into it, man. Let's dive into it. Hopefully everybody, when you are watching, or if you're currently watching and you're with me, hit that thumbs up button for me. Hit that fire emoji as well if you're paying attention, or if you're rocking with me. And again, share this on Facebook. You see me on Facebook, go ahead and share it. All right. So we're going to go ahead and dive into it officially now. So let's talk about double standards. All right. Now, male and females, right? Men and women, however you want to put it, right? We're different. With double standards, we know that comes from what exactly, right? Meaning that the opposite sex can do something and the other, both sides can do whatever, right? Say, for instance, if a man has multiple women that, he has sexual encounters with versus a woman who has multiple sex partners as well, right? A woman will be looked at, as promiscuous, as a hoe, slut, whatever you want to call it, right? But when a male does it, what is he looked at? A player, a pimp, a Mac. I don't think they say Mac no more. But we live in a double standard society. Now, I'm not sure how it is around the globe. I've only been a part of America. I'm an American, a Black American at that. And we have double standards, which I'm cool with, okay? So with these double standards, we're going to talk about fat shaming. Is fat shaming a double standard? And if you're watching on YouTube right now, you can see that the thumbnail was actually 50 Cent at his Super Bowl halftime performance when he was hanging upside down, and Lizzo, okay? Now, is fat shaming a double standard? Now, the reason I bring this up is because 50 Cent actually a lot of people were joking on him because they used the footage. Like, so at his Super Bowl performance, he was hanging upside down, for those who hadn't seen it. And they tried to resemble the same stunt that he did in the club, the classic video to In the Club. And when you seen In the Club back in 2003 when it came out, he was hanging over upside down, you know, go shorty, it's your birthday, right? So the first thing that people said was, damn, 50 gained weight, he looked fat, he looked fat, he looked fat, which he did upside down. It looks like the fat kind of, you know, when you up, like if it's a lot of air on you and stuff like that, your face could look a little flubbier, you know what I'm saying? And he was hanging upside down. Now, eventually when he came down, he didn't look that big, but originally, like when they had him hanging, 50 Cent is like what, 46 or 47 years old, something like that. He's in his mid to late 40s. So over time, you may put on a couple of pounds, right? But he was getting clowned on hilariously on social media everywhere. He fed into it. He was laughing about it, shared some of the memes. They had it like, you remember the D12 video that they had, My Band. And I think Bizarre, the D12 member, was actually doing the In the Club pose or the stunt or whatever, hanging upside down, and he was all fat and stuff. So that's what they compare 50 to. 50 was getting clowned left and right. It was hilarious. It was funny, right? But let me start off by saying this. 50 Cent isn't fat. People were fat shaming him, saying that he gained weight, that he was fat, but clearly, if you look at the picture when he was actually performing, he didn't look fat. He looked muscular. However, when you compare photos or the video from 20 years ago, he was like, what, in his late 20s, and now he's in his late 40s. 20 years ago, he's not going to look the exact same. Everybody gets older, but he didn't look fat once he was performing. Now, he looked out of shape, kind of, you know. Well, not out of shape, but he looked like he hadn't performed in a while, right? But he didn't look fat. So let's stop that. 50 Cent is not fat, man. Like, he looks like he still goes to the gym. Now, he's put on a couple of pounds since the last time we've seen him perform. When's the last time you've seen 50 Cent perform on a stage? So, you know, 50 Cent is not fat. However, let's bring this up, for example, okay? So 50 Cent, let's say that he is fat, right? Or let's say that it's another male that's fat, right? Because the thing is, people were saying he deserved to get clowned because he's a troll and all this. Be that as it may, I'm not gonna just stick to who the person is who's actually getting fat shamed, right? I'm gonna talk about a man, a superstar male. It don't matter if Jay-Z got fat, whoever, right? Let's talk about the double standard. Lizzo. If Lizzo performed at the Super Bowl, okay, and she was wearing what she normally wears, she's half naked half the time I see her. She's even talking about posing for Playboy, but Lizzo is fat, okay? People can define it as plus size, whatever, but she's overweight. She's fat. So, but we live in a society today where everything is fat shaming, and you know, you can't talk about a plus size woman, all that other stuff, right? But if 50 Cent is fat or a male is fat, if I'm fat, people are gonna talk shit about me as a man. They're gonna make fun of me, which rightfully so. I mean, if you want to make fun of me for that, that's that, right? Men don't spend time complaining, saying you should accept me for my size, okay? Men take it with a grain of salt and even just, you know, internalize it. Look at Biggie Smalls, RP to Biggie, right? Biggie said black and ugly as ever. However, I stay Gucci down to the socks. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to look at that. Like, we embrace it as men. Now, of course, we could lose weight, but we're not going to say you're fat shaming me, body shaming me, right? But there is a double standard. If Lizzo can come out and twerk at an NBA game, now she did get criticized for that, but for the most part, she goes off of this body positivity, right? If we make fun of her saying she's fat or overweight, you know what I'm saying? If I say she looks like an elephant or anything like that, you're going to call me a fat shamer. And that's a relatively new term, like the whole fat shaming thing. If you say that somebody is overweight, that does not mean that you're fat shaming. I hate even the term fat shaming. Like, if a person is overweight, they're just overweight. Just like if a person is frail or skinny, that's what they are. We get used to get talked about all the time in high school and grade school about stuff like that, man. So, people got to get over that. But there is a double standard, because I guarantee you, if it was Lizzo, say it was her ass hanging upside down, you know what I'm saying? Like, and people were saying, obviously she's fat, right? There wouldn't be a whole bunch of memes and a whole bunch of people making fun of her. And if we did do that, we'll be scrutinized, or we'll be, talked about like we're fat shaming. So there is a double standard. If a black woman is overweight or fat, she can do that and call it now body positivity. But if a black man does it, take 50 Cent out of it, because we know 50 Cent is petty. He deserved all this. 50 is an asshole. He knows this, right? But don't you think that there is a double standard with that? And I believe in double standards, and I'm okay with double standards. I'm okay with it. Now, I'm not trying to justify 50 or stick up for 50. However, I am saying that double standards do exist, and we have to look at it in this light. I like to point double standards out. Not saying that I agree with them, but I just like to point them out. Just like I said earlier, if a man has a bunch of women, multiple women, having sex with a bunch of multiple women, what is he considered? A player, right? If a woman has sex with multiple men, bunch of men, what is she considered? A hoe, slut, a thought, all that other stuff, we could even go this far. If a woman has a sexual encounter with another woman, she could still be looked at as straight. If she said, yeah, I did something with a woman before, but I'm straight now, she could be looked at as, okay, cool. But if a man does that with another man, what is he considered? Even if he says, nah, man, I did something with that guy. I did something sexually with that guy, but I'm straight now. Would we believe that? Double standard. And again, I'm not justifying the whole 50 Cent thing, or standing up for him. First of all, because he's not fat, but I'm not justifying anything or standing up for him. I'm just pointing out the double standard. So how do y'all feel? Do you feel like there is a double standard in this situation, ladies and gentlemen? Because obviously it is, in my personal opinion. So it's real interesting that, today's age, we look at stuff like that, like how a man can do stuff and a woman can't, because we know damn well Lizzo goes off of this body positivity thing, and if she was performing at the Super Bowl and a whole bunch of men were making fun of her, men and women, y'all will be talking shit about them, saying they're fat shaming. But I really want to get over this fat shaming thing, man. Like, honestly, if a person is fat, they just fat, overweight, whatever, right? We talk about people all the time. Like, if a man doesn't have money, you call him broke. He's a broke nigga. That's what you do. You know what I'm saying? And what do? I don't get mad if somebody would call me broke. It's just motivation to go get some more money. It's like, okay, whatever. Just like if I gain weight and somebody called me fat, I'd be like, dang, yeah, well, maybe I am. I need to go lose some weight. There should be motivation for you to actually do that, lose some weight. And the thing is, just because you're overweight, right? Some people, everybody isn't meant to be skinny, okay? Skinny or slim, but you are meant to be healthy. And you can be thicker and healthier, if you look at WWE, right? Those men in there, some of them weigh like 300 pounds, but they still are in shape. Some people are naturally on the thick side, you know what I'm saying? But the whole fat shaming thing, I can't stand it. Fat shaming, that, like, I don't even think I heard of that until Lizzo came out and started, doing all the stuff that she's doing. And recently, like I said, she's talking about posing for Playboy, and I think she got her vagina pierced or something like that. So she's all over the place. But I didn't even pay that no attention. I'm talking about it now just because, but I didn't pay that no attention because that's what she does. She thrives off of that. But the whole body shaming thing is crazy. But I had to go ahead and point that out. Now, let's move on. Let's talk about something that's real hot in these streets right now. on the streams. It's Bel-Air TV series, the Bel-Air TV series, the reboot of Fresh Prince, or should I say the dramatic reboot of Fresh Prince. How many people have seen Bel-Air? Comment, comment, comment. Let me know what you think about Bel-Air. Have you seen Bel-Air? Just looking at my Facebook real quick. But yeah, how many people have seen Bel-Air? If you have seen it, feel free to chime in because I'm going to talk about the good and the bad. But it raises my question with Bel-Air. Should classics be left alone? Do you like Bel-Air? Do you dislike Bel-Air? Let me know what you think. But should classics be left alone? Because oftentimes we always see that people try to remake or reboot classic series or classic movies and stuff like that. Like I know a while ago they were talking about doing Set It Off again, doing a remake of Set It Off. I'm like, leave it alone. And then Dame Dash is even talking about doing what is it? A Paid in Full 2. Some things should be left alone, right? But in this particular case, what do you think about Bel-Air, the Bel-Air TV series? Now, like I said, I'm going to talk about the good and the bad of it. Now, when I first watched it, I'm not going to lie, I was like, oh, hell no, what are they doing? Now, keep in mind, I knew that it was going to be a dramatic series because what happened, for those who don't know, I forgot who shot it, but this originally started as just a trailer, like a teaser trailer, fan-made trailer of what would the Fresh Prince be like if it was more dramatic. And Will Smith fell in love with the idea and decided to actually executive produce it. But what I will say about it, it's a good TV series. It actually is a good TV series, in my opinion. Now, it has some flaws, which I'm going to point out. But Bel-Air, I think Bel-Air is a good TV series so far, right? So let me talk about the good that I like out of Bel-Air. So the good, the storyline, the fact that they took a comedic show like Fresh Prince, even though Fresh Prince was somewhat of a realistic sitcom, it had a lot of real elements in it, right? It just, sitcoms are naturally going to be funny. They've made it into this dramatic, long, feels like a long movie. And I really, really like the fact of Will. You get to see what his life was like in Philly before he went to Bel-Air, and just the whole storyline. Like, if people haven't seen it yet, I don't want to spoil anything, but he ends up almost shooting a drug dealer in the hood, and the drug dealer told him, shit, if you trying to shoot me, you better go ahead and shoot me, because if not, I'm gonna get you. So they end up getting locked up. The dude even going like this to Will in the other cell, and Will immediately, once he gets out of jail, he rides with his mother to the airport. She drops him off. She had his bags packed already because she knew her son's life was in danger. She drops him off at the airport, and he goes straight to Bel-Air. He meets Jazz, and goes to Uncle Phil, the whole family and everything like that. So it's a pretty interesting storyline. And it really started getting interesting once, for me, when him and Carlton were in the locker room, and then the white boys were saying the N-word and stuff like that to the Hot Nigga song by Bobby Smurda. And Will checks Carlton like, man, what? First he checks the white dude saying it. The white dude gets in his face, and then Carlton's trying to act like he's embarrassing him. So it was I love the realism in that. Just the whole the dramatic scenery in that. Like, it's real. It feels like this could really, really happen, So it was very, very interesting with that. So the storyline so far, and they've released 4 episodes. They had the first 3 out already, and then today they dropped episode 4. So if you haven't seen it, I suggest that you do see it. Now, if you're going into this thinking that it's going to be exactly the same as the Fresh Prince, then you're in for a rude awakening. It resembles the Fresh Prince. I think Jabari Banks, the guy who plays Will, like, he plays like a modern Will Smith in the show, and I think he does a dope job. Now, his acting could be freshened up a little bit, could be sharpened up, but I think overall, I think he's doing a good job. It's at times it feels like I'm watching Will Smith, the original Fresh Prince. So I'm like, dang, he's doing, like, he doesn't look exactly like him, but he has the same kind of demeanor. You know what I'm saying? So it makes it very, very interesting. I also like Aunt Viv. Aunt Viv is doing a great job. I really like the actress that is playing Aunt Viv. She's doing a phenomenal job. Her and Will's character, Jabari, and the lady who plays Aunt Viv, they're doing the best job, in my opinion, acting wise. They really feel like if Aunt Viv and Will Smith were, in more reality based, that's who they would be. So I think they're doing a dope job. And like I said, it has a lot of references to the original one. Like Will Smith, Will calls Carlton C. What he says, he explains that my mom got scared, and what he say? Got in some trouble in the neighborhood. I got in one little fight and my mom got scared. He didn't rap it, but you get what I'm saying. Like he referenced it. So they referenced the original pretty good. So that's pretty dope. Now, let's talk about what I dislike. When I went on Facebook, I was already kind of disappointed from the Super Bowl performance. I'll get to that later. But I was looking at the Bel-Air TV series, and man, it was some stuff that stuck out to me that I did not like. The very, very first one is going to be so obvious. Carlton, the character who plays Carlton. Let me share my screen with you real quick. I'm going to share my whole screen with you. Give me just a second. Okay. So, let me, hold on a second. Hold on. Give me just a second, everybody. I got to pull this up. Okay. So this is the dude right here. If everybody can see, this is the guy playing Carlton. Really? This is the dude playing Carlton. Look at that hairline. All right. Now, thank God I still got mine. But look at this damn hairline, y'all. This is who they have playing Carlton Banks. Now, obviously, this dude is not American. And I want to be very clear. Him being dark-skinned has nothing to do with this, okay? Nothing to do with this. But come on, man. Come on. Come on, bro. Like, that is the dude playing Carlton. So, yeah. Did everybody see that when I share my screen? Or hopefully they did. But that's the guy that's playing Carlton. Carlton looked like he came straight from the Congo, straight from the motherland, straight like he has an accent. Now, the reason I'm saying this is because if you're going to cast, I think that part of the casting was very poor. Now, I know that non-Americans can play roles, right? Like Colin Farrell, he's not from here. Idris Elba is not from here, but they can play American roles. However, you have to look the part. Carlton, again, Carlton looks like he's straight from the Congo, straight from Africa, the motherland. Now, people know that there's a difference between Black Americans and Black people in general. You know what I'm saying? Like people from Africa, Ethiopians, people that are Ghanaian, people that are Nigerian. We all have the same bloodline running through, well, the same genetics running through us, right? Because, we're Black. But at the end of the day, we are different ethnic groups. And some of us look different than the other ones, right? Carlton does not look like he's American. Even though I think he's playing the part. He's doing a good job. Can't take that away from him. He embodies Carlton, but I just can't get with them look-wise. Carlton looked like he came straight from Nigeria, the Congo. I don't know. He looks foreign because people automatically thought I was saying because he's dark-skinned. I don't give a shit if he was dark-skinned, light-skinned. That don't matter. He just doesn't look the part. That's my biggest gripe with him. But the actor is doing a pretty good job. But come on, man. They could have did better with the casting of Carlton. Come on, man. You got to make it, even though like the original Fresh Prince, man, like in TV or just everybody's not going to look related, but they at least got to be believable. Come on, man. Come on. Now, second, I think that Uncle Phil isn't what I say Uncle Phil'ing it for me. Uncle Phil is not Uncle Phil'ing it for me. This dude is the Idris Elba of Uncle Phil. The Idris Elba. This dude is the Idris Elba version of Uncle Phil. The dude looks young. He doesn't look like Uncle Phil. James Avery, RIP to him, but he made it seem like, hey, he's an established judge, and you could believe that those were his kids and all this other stuff. Man, this Idris Elba Phil, he looks like Hillary could be his sister or something. Hillary don't look like that's his daughter. Carlton don't look like that's his son. He looked like that's the young uncle. You know what I'm saying? Like, he doesn't, it's hard for me to kind of get into him. Now, he's doing a good job acting. However, I think that they should have cast somebody that was older, in my opinion. You know, dude, dope actor, but he's the Idris Elba version of Uncle Phil, and I just can't get into it. The dude look young. He looks young. Black don't crack, but damn. Come on, man. But yeah, how do y'all feel about it? Do you like Uncle Phil? Do you like Uncle Phil? Do you like Carlton? Those are my biggest gripes with just the casting, man. But yeah. And then the other part that I didn't like, I feel like I wanted to see a full episode. This is just me, but I wanted to see a full episode of when when Will was in Philly, because when it first came on, I was like, dang, like I love the fact that they play like licensed music up in it. You know what I'm saying? But they played like, you know, Freeway, even though what we do is wrong, and Meek Mill. So it really made me feel like Philly, but I needed that time to be a little extended, you know, because right when he went to jail, him and his mama was on the way to the airport. You know what I'm saying? Just straight to the airport. She like, pack your bags, whatever, you going there. I at least wanted to see him come home and try to contemplate what he's going to do, get into it with his mama about going there. You know, an argument had to take place, but that happened real fast. So I wanted that to kind of, you know, extend out a little bit, but that's just me. But all in all, I think that it's a good series so far. It will have you hooked if you can get past the casting in it. I think it's pretty dope. I was wrong in the beginning because I was giving it a thumbs down, but I think it's cool. What do y'all think? Anybody watching that right now, what do you think about Bel-Air? Do you like Bel-Air? Do you dislike Bel-Air? Should they leave classics alone? Let me know. But yeah, man. Again, everybody, make sure that if you are watching, subscribe to youtube.com/ResView. Hit that like button or the dislike button. It's all good. And if you are watching this on Facebook, go ahead and share it for me. And then if you're watching right now, do me a favor, comment, say something in the comment box. Hit the fire emoji. Let me know that you're rocking with me right now. All right. So Bel-Air, I say that so crazy. Bel-Air TV series. Do you like it? Do you not? But yeah, my main gripes were Carlton from the Congo and Idris Elba of Uncle Phil. So let's move on. So the baby is getting sued. He's in trouble yet again, and this time by Brandon Bills. This is Danny Lay's brother. And for those who didn't see the incident, the baby was at the bowling alley. I forgot which bowling alley it was, but it was at like an album release party or something like that. And he got to fighting with Danny Lee's brother. Danny Lee is his baby mama. You saw that he went viral with her, calling her his side piece and all that other stuff. So they got into it at the bowling alley. Now, this is the thing, because the guy's name, his name is Brandon Bills. I think that's his name, right? So he's suing the baby for jumping him. He said that he sustained injuries and all that. So let me see if I could pull that up real quick. All right. So let me share my screen with you real quick. So right here, sued by Danny Lee's bro for bowling alley beat down. All right, so the baby is dealing with more fallout from his bowling alley beat down of his baby mama's brother, blah, blah, blah. Brandon Bills, I was right, that's his name. So according to the lawsuit obtained by TMZ, Brandon claims he walked by the baby in the bowling alley when the baby suddenly attacked him, leaving him with an injury and pain. Brandon claims he didn't fight back, which is a lie, and says that the baby's assault resulted in physical and psychological damage, plus medical bills and sustained disability. All right. Now, for those who didn't see it, look at this.
50% of runners are in the
Past these
wrong shoe.
ads.
It's true. Even worse.
Well, no, we ain't gonna watch it because these ads be taking too long. But yeah. So everybody see that? Did everybody see the fight? Because what happened was he walked up, says that he was trying to talk to the baby, and the baby did strike first, and then the dude backed up. He didn't get hit by the baby. The baby hit his cup and knocked his cup over, and then the dude slipped right into where the bowling pins are. I mean, not where the bowling pins are, but you know, like the little alley right there, the little strip. You know, it's very slippery on there. He falls, the security or his entourage come, and everybody just takes a swing at him, beat him up pretty bad, slung him, held him by his hair, all that stuff, right? So my thing is, I'm not tripping about him sticking up for his sister, right? However, what I am tripping about is he issued a threat to the baby. When the baby and Danny Lee got into it a couple of months ago, her brother was like, man, you better not come to Cali. You know, you're gonna catch this fade, we're gonna have to box, which rightfully so. Hey man, do your thing, right? However, you issued a threat. You said that the baby, you're gonna fight him on site, however you worded it. So those are threats out there. So if you approach the baby, and first of all, if he jumps you, you got to realize this is not your regular everyday person. This dude is a millionaire. He's rich and he's making other people money. He's a celebrity. So of course, I'm not gonna fight you on my own if I got everybody with me. I pay these people. I pay my security to lighten your ass up. So I shouldn't have to do nothing. So you got jumped. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But my thing is, you're suing. Now you want to sue after you issue the threat. How do you think this is going to go in court? Because the baby said this is self-defense. It's self-defense. If somebody threatens me, especially on the internet, and then they walk by me or they approach me, I don't care if you're trying to talk or not, but if you try to approach me, I don't know what you're going to do. So if I shoot you, or if I just start immediately swinging, all I got to do is show, I can show the police officers, look, man, on this date, this man said he was going to threaten me. I didn't know what he was going to do when he saw me. Regardless if he said, man, I wanted to talk it out as men, whatever. You threatened me and you never cleared it up. Now it'd be different if her brother went online and said, hey, y'all, I know I was tripping, talking about fighting the baby. Look, that's my niece's uncle. I mean, my niece's father. I'm an uncle. We need to work this shit out. I don't threaten you. I want to talk to you man to man. And then if the baby swings on him while he sees him, then I can see that. But this case, he ain't finna get nothing off of him. I think that he's butthurt, that he got his ass beat, you know. And people, we weren't talking, well, some people were talking shit about him, but I didn't look at him as less than a man. You know what I'm saying? I looked at him like, you know, he did something to your sister and you want to stand up for your sister. However, I would not use the internet to make threats. Never do that. That's so corny. And now you want to sue? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's whack. So what y'all think about it? I think that they not finna end up getting, he ain't finna get no money from him. He ain't finna get no money because the threat was there. Shout out to Charmaine. You said you love it. All right. Bel-Air, that is. But yeah, man, that dude, that's lame. That's lame. You can't act so gangster, and you know, you shouldn't be saying nigga anyway, because he's not black. But he was saying nigga and all this other stuff. And then when it came time to, when the baby whooped his ass with his crew, now he wants to cry foul. Now he wants to sue. That's so whack, but you know, it is what it is. Okay, let's move on. Now, I want to talk about the Super Bowl performance real quick, the halftime show. Now, some people, it was a lot of people that were, you know, critically gave it, you know, critical acclaim and all this other stuff, right? But I was one of the people, maybe just a few, that wasn't really impressed with the Super Bowl halftime performance. Now, on the bill, you had Dr. Dre, Mary J. Blige, Kendrick Lamar, and Snoop Dogg. 50 Cent with the surprise guest appearance, right? It was cool, but I expected more. And I'm an avid West Coast hip hop fan. That's those are my roots right there without being my roots. I'm not from Cali, but that's what I grew up off of. So I was expecting to see a lot more. They build it like it was going to be just this big WrestleMania type event, but I was let down by it. I was really let down by it. Towards the end, I was just like, okay, it's cool, but I wanted to hear nothing but a G thing. I didn't like Mary J's transition, like after she did what was that song that she did? She did the only song that I know that Dr. Dre produced for the In This I call it the In This Dancery song. What's it called? Family Affair. She did Family Affair, and then she went into what's the other song? To No More Drama. And I was like, I was expecting real love. You know, the Super Bowl, we don't want to be feeling sad. Like, we lit. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't like hers that much. Everybody's was real cut short, and I think it's because they had so many people on it. But there weren't any fireworks. I was expecting a lot more, especially since they were in Cali. They did. Now, I thought that Ice Cube was going to come out, you know, maybe some NWA stuff. But from my understanding, they had to keep it real strict. There was even a police force, like I think in New York somewhere, that was trying to boycott it because they didn't want to hear "fuck the police" and Snoop Dogg being a Crip and all this other stuff. So, you know, it is what it is with that. But I was one of the few that didn't really. I'm not saying it was trash. I just expected more. But what did y'all think about it? What did y'all think about the Super Bowl halftime show? A lot of people came on my status on Facebook saying I was tripping, didn't know what I was talking about, but that's just me, man. Like, I expected more. I wanted to see Ice Cube. I wanted to see NWA. I wanted to see Easy E tribute, something, since they were in LA. Now, some people were talking about Nipsey. They want to see Nipsey, and I'm like, nah, I didn't expect that. Dr. Dre never worked with Nipsey, you know, but it is what it is with that. I was kind of let down towards the end. Now, let's talk about Kanye West and Kim Kardashian. The drama between Kim Kardashian and Kanye West has transpired. You've been seeing Kanye West. Have y'all been seeing that? Y'all been seeing Kanye tripping, talking about he gonna whoop her new boyfriend's ass. I think his name is Pete something. But Kanye's been looking a mess doing it. Like, I think this is my theory. I think that Kanye and Kim are the definition of a walking, living, breathing reality TV show. Living, breathing reality TV show. Could have been much better. Oh, the Super Bowl halftime performance. Exactly. Thank you, Hopeful Prince 144. You let me know that I ain't tripping. I told y'all this is a person that agrees with me. That Super Bowl halftime show could have definitely been better. Could have definitely been better. What do you think could have been better about it? I named my stuff. But I'll go back to that when you say it, Hopeful Prince 144. Shout out to you for watching and everybody watching everywhere. But yeah, so let me go back to the Kanye and Kim thing, man. I think that their marriage is real. You know what I'm saying? They obviously, I mean, they got 4 kids together, right? But I think that they do these type of antics to kind of keep us going. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't have to have a reality TV show. They could literally just have mess going in between their lives, and it's he say, she say, posting stuff on social media. I think that they do this on purpose, in my opinion. All that stuff, Kanye is crazy, but I think that they're a living, breathing reality TV show. All this drama that they're going through, I don't believe for one second that a lot of this is true. I could be wrong, but I don't really feel like a lot of it is like, you know, like really just true. I think that the fact that they're together, anything they do, they know that controversy creates cash, and they're probably laughing straight to the bank with this because we're going to be looking on social media, all this stuff, right? And just like the Kanye and Drake beef, you can tell that shit was fake. Come on. So I think the Kim and Kanye shit, all that stuff about him, you know, moving next door to her and, you know, threatening the dude, the Pete guy or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of this stuff, I just feel like it's just so fabricated. And I don't really just get into all that mess. I've just been noticing this and I'm just like, okay, whatever, you know. But it's a living, breathing reality TV show. That's pretty much what it is, this whole Kanye thing. But speaking of Kanye, Has anybody seen Jeen-Yuhs? Jeen-Yuhs. This is the latest Kanye documentary that's out on Netflix, and it was shot by one of his friends, Cootie, I think that's his name. And basically what it is, and shout out to Jade, she had me watching this, but basically this guy was a former comedian in Chicago. He was a host of a Chicago TV show that displayed talent from Chicago at the time when Crucial Conflict, Do or Die, Twist, and all. And this is back in like 98, right? Late 90s. And he quit his career in comedy to travel with Kanye to New York and documented him for like 20 plus years, I want to say. But what I can say about Jeen-Yuhs, man, this is one of the most inspirational shows I've seen in a minute. Like, it's following Kanye through this is the first episode that's out. The first episode is an hour and a half. So it's very interesting. You see Kanye playing beats for people. They didn't take him serious as a rapper. We've known this story, but to actually visually see this, it's inspirational. At the end, it shows that he finally secured his deal with Rockefeller Records, and it was beautiful, man. It is very inspirational because we know Kanye as this genius, this billionaire now, but at that time, Kanye was on the ground working. He was a producer, a well-known producer, but he was really trying to rap, and people weren't taking him serious. You know, the only person that really took him serious was Dame Dash, but this series really takes you on a journey through what Kanye went through and showed how people belittled him, how they didn't really believe in him as being a rapper, man. Like, how it was hard for him to secure a record deal from Rockefeller. He really wanted to sign to Rockefeller and didn't give up. And man, his life changed for the better after this. So I think that this is very inspirational to all the artists that are out there. Not even just artists, but business owners, people pursuing degrees, real estate, stocks, whatever, investments, whatever your goal is. If you have dreams, I highly suggest watching Jeen-Yuhs. Because it shows you, I don't think we've seen footage like this of somebody who was, and I'm not going to say he was at the bottom because he was at a decent place as a producer, but he really, really, really wanted to rap. And he was playing in the Rockefeller Records office, like to the marketing person and the clerical person, the secretaries and stuff. He was playing them All Falls Down, which is one of the best Kanye songs of all time. He was playing them these songs and they were just looking like, okay, wasn't bobbing their head or nothing. So it's an incredible story just to see it, man. I highly suggest everybody goes and takes a look at it who has seen it. If you have seen it, just let me know. Let me know in the comment section if you have seen Jeen-Yuhs. It's very, very inspirational, man. Very inspirational. But yeah, it is something else. Now, he was hungry. Yeah, he was, Charmaine. He was definitely hungry as hell for, and I got to be looking on my Facebook because I can't see it like right here. Maybe I should pull it up right here too on my computer screen. But nah, he was very hungry for success. It's amazing. And me as an artist myself, like it was amazing, man. Just amazing at the end of the day. Now, let me talk about this too. Let me type this in. This is going to blow some people's mind. All right, so this just in. R. Kelly now has Bill Cosby's lawyer. This is so interesting, y'all. R. Kelly has Bill Cosby's lawyer. It's just been revealed. Let me share my screen with you so we can cover it. This is very interesting. So R. Kelly cuts ties with legal team and hires Bill Cosby's attorney. R. Kelly decided to officially cut ties with his original Chicago legal team and has opted to enlist Bill Cosby's attorney. Cosby's attorney, Jennifer Bonjean, I think that's how you say it, successfully appealed the Cosby actor's sexual assault conviction in 2018. So R. Kelly is hoping for the same in his sexual abuse case. Wow. This is going to be very, very interesting. Because the thing is, it's like the way Bill Cosby got off is because of the legal aspect of it. They locked him up, and they weren't supposed to. He made a statement, and it wasn't a confession. I forgot what you call that, but he said he went on ahead and did it because they said that they couldn't use that against him in court, and they did, and put him in jail. But with the legal, the whole legal concept of it, they were able to get Bill Cosby off. So is R. Kelly, is there a chance that he could get his charges dropped and get off? Could he get out of jail? It happened for Bill, and people were talking about this too and saw it ahead of time, because if you notice and you paid attention, Bill Cosby's attorney kept talking about the R. Kelly situation, and seemed like he was pro R. Kelly. So, I'm waiting to see what's going to happen with this. This is going to be interesting. What will happen if R. Kelly gets out? What will happen? I wonder if this is possible, because R. Kelly has gotten off before, but we're going to see, man. We really going to see. This stuff has got interesting. So I can't wait to see what's going to happen in this situation. Do y'all feel he's going to get off? Do you feel that there's a chance that Bill Cosby's lawyer could pull it off? Because, man, that'll be something if he can. I'll tell you that. But hopefully everybody's having a good night, man. I didn't want to keep y'all on here for too long. But yeah, if you did watch Bel-Air, let me know in the comment section what you thought of it. As far as the fat shaming thing, we were talking about that earlier. There is a double standard, and I'm okay with double standards. It's just that I like to point them out. Point them out. I like to point the double standards out. So also, if you're watching right now, if you are in Atlanta, let me show you something. You go to my Instagram and show y'all what's gonna go down. So let me share my screen real quick. Shout out for everybody for joining in. So you're gonna be in the A. Vault Vibes presents J Red and Friends featuring Rio and Aaron Mack. This will be next Friday, February 25th. It's going to be just for 2 hours, 10 to 12 a.m. And if you're familiar with the Battery Atlanta over at Truist Park, where the Braves Stadium is, going to be right in that area at my favorite record store, Waterloo Sunset Records. I'm going to be DJing and rapping at the same time. I'm going to give you good mixes. We're going to have a party pretty much. And then I'm going to be performing as well. So I'm very, very excited about it. Atlanta, come rock with me. All the information is on the flyer. Let me know if you're going to be there. We're going to rock out. It's going to be fun. So let me remove that. But yeah, man, shout out to everybody who has been tuning in. If you do support the show, make sure that you see on the bottom right there to submit to the Cash App so we can continue to do more things, get things going with the show. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok at JAYR3D. You can see my chain. Oh, look at me. I'm all over here. You can see my chain right here. I just got this. So follow me on Instagram and TikTok at JRED3D. Make sure you get that. Shout out to Tariq Nasheed for shouting me out. For the commercial on the Tariq Radio. You probably heard that. Some of you probably are from there. But yeah, man, we got that advertisement up in there. So shout out to everybody who does support and follow Tariq Nasheed. Shout out to him. And yeah, man, we're gonna do it big next Friday. I'm also gonna be in Mobile for Mardi Gras weekend. I got a DJ gig down there at the Mobile Convention Center. So catch me there. And if you're in Atlanta tomorrow, I will be at the W Atlanta. The W downtown, not midtown, but downtown. But thank you everybody for joining me, man. Again, subscribe to the channel, youtube.com/RedsView. Follow me at JAYR3D. Support the Cash App, man. More interviews coming, more DJ mixes coming, the Who sample. For everybody who likes the Who sample, and that's when I get samples of the original sample of a song and the hip hop or R&B artist that sampled it and made different music to it. I just mix it in. People love it. I promise you. I'm gonna keep going. I just put one up the day before yesterday, so make sure you go check it out. But anyway, y'all, much love. J Red Res View. I'm signing out.